Totally true fact. Breath of the Wild.
Even though this is not the first time the Master Sword is absent from a Zelda game, Breath of the Wild is the first game in the series in which it is replaced by a gun, an AK-47 called the Master Rifle. The biggest difference from the Master Sword is the fact it's a gun. This was only discovered by Nintendo late in development, and the team refused to change it because what are they gonna do? Delay the game even more? I don't think so. The name Breath of the Wild is actually a slight variation of one of the Wind Waker's temporary titles, Ocean's Breath. In early versions of the GameCube game, Link manipulated the wind by turning the water behind his boat to a giant blowing moai, thus literally controlling the ocean's breath. As development continued, this mechanic was replaced by the titular Wind Waker baton. However, the title remained on the scrapped ideas list for over a decade. The several regions of Hyrule are based on real locations from all over the world, the most interesting of which is this desert or beach-like area. Its real-life counterpart is a fairly large but, come on chaps, let's not exaggerate and have a nice cup of tea, desert in Great Britain. The most obvious clue to this is a stone structure that can be found in-game which closely resembles Stonehenge, a mysterious henge of stones located in a fairly large desert. Breath of the Wild is the first Nintendo game with a Japan-only companion app for smartphones. This app, called Sheikah Stone with You, functions as a classic Zelda companion. It lets the user scan items and enemies with their phone, which are then analyzed by 1 out of 5 Zelda companions. Just like in the previous 3D Zelda games, the explanations are either completely redundant or necessary to beat the game. It is not yet known if this app will be localized. Breath of the Wild is the first canonical Zelda game in which rupees and hearts can be found by destroying pots or cutting grass. At first sight, this seems like a minor gameplay tweak. However, it actually hides some dark lore. It was established in the Minish Cap that rupees and hearts were hidden by the Minish, a small race of creatures. The absence of items in hearts and pots means that they were somehow wiped out by whatever destroyed Hyrule, even though they managed to survive the Great Flood from the Wind Waker. The most advanced horse AI ever was created specifically for this game. A team of over 50 full-time programmers had to make sure the horses never ran into trees, because according to director Eiji Aonuma, real horses don't run into trees that often. Antabaka? However, this task took longer than expected. Much longer. The team worked on the 550 million lines for close to 2 years, resulting in the multiple extensive delays the game had. Breath of the Wild is said to be the hardest Zelda game in a long time. In fact, it's possible to die before you even get to play the game itself. By quickly rotating the controller while mashing the Y button during the opening cutscene, the game glitches out and Link dies before the scene is over. Because the game hasn't had the chance to create checkpoints yet, the player can't load a save file and will have to reset their console. A lot of people know that the music in Skyward Sword's trailer, The Ballad of the Goddess, is actually Zelda's Lullaby reversed, although with some changes. The Breath of the Wild trailers had a very similar but more complex secret. If one plays the music of all the trailers at the same time, backwards, well, just listen. It sounds like shit. The outfit Link wears in most of the trailers is based on concept art from the original Legend of Zelda. Before Miyamoto decided on Link's Peter Pan-like look, he preferred a blue tunic and no hat, just his golden flowing hair. However, after being told that this outfit would have been too sexy for the Famicom hardware, he was forced to change it.